Still got a couple of days. I don't have any definite answers right now.
Ezra Cleveland any closer?
Yeah, he's gonna, as of Monday, today, tomorrow, get some rest on it again. He should be out there at practice and maybe get a few snaps. We'll see where he's at.
Any other injuries from yesterday's game?
No, we came out pretty good. I mean, just bumps and bruises. You saw Tank. He kind of got hobbled on a play, but nothing serious.
So with Trevor, has there been a decision made about maybe having surgery after the season yet, or now at this point?
There's not been a talk on surgery, so I don't know where the surgery talk's coming from, but nothing like that.
Doug, will you step up CJ's workload at all this week and possibility of using him if Mac doesn't play very well on Sunday?
I mean, it's possible. CJ prepares. Just as if he's going to play. I can't commit to that right now until I know if Trevor's going to play or not. But we'll definitely get him ready to go.
I'm assuming that might not be an issue you worry too much about since the guy knows the offense.
Yeah, but still, I mean, he hasn't been here, since camp, so we'd have to, if that's the case, then yeah, we'd have to give him, a couple of snaps here, during the week.
I know you talked about it a little bit yesterday, but how do you evaluate Mac's play after just going over the film?
I mean, I thought the way the game started, it fit right into his wheelhouse. Sometimes, we can do a better job putting our players in better situations. I thought, too, protection breakdowns kind of got him off his spot a little bit. He did, he missed a few things. There's some things he'd want back. Obviously, the two interceptions, the fumble. I mean, those are things that are just we can't do, right? Especially that at the end of the game. But if he gets an opportunity this week, I know he'll be better. Another opportunity, another week of work. He'll learn from it. Obviously, he takes it hard, takes it personal, which he should. We all do. But we still got a ton of confidence in him.
I know when most people see protection issues, they go to the offensive line. Was there a little bit of maybe running backs yesterday?
Yeah, it was a little bit of everything. Honestly, watching it again today, just a little bit of everything. And I thought too, Minnesota showing a lot of 6 guys up, 7 guys up. It does present, and that's their style. It's going to create edges, and they did a good job with that too.
How do you keep this group's confidence level up? Quarterback banged up, losses have kind of stacked. How do you keep the confidence where it needs to be?
You show them where we are. You show them our division. You show them what's left on the schedule, and you try to stay positive. I still feel like it's a great opportunity for us. As a team, we got to figure out how to win a game. And I'll tell you this: the guys don't quit. You saw it again yesterday. I mean, they battle right to the end. We're trying, even Trayvon's penalty at the end. I mean, he's still trying to punch the ball out and get the ball back for the offense. So, and that's after 80 plus snaps. So, guys are continuing to battle.
When you're watching the film of the game, does it almost have a feel of everything has to be perfect offensively in order to get going?
There's times where it feels like that. Where you got to be perfect. I think kind of our season's been that way. We haven't been able to, kind of create. I mean, we created some early in the season, and obviously yesterday it was hard, to get that started. We know mistakes are gonna happen. Guys are battling their tails off and all of that, but. I think, you just can't make too many mistakes, and try to overcome them, especially the whether it's a penalty, a turnover, things of that nature. Those are hard to sometimes overcome.
I'm assuming it's the same. You're doing the same stuff you guys did in 22, right? And it's a lot of the same guys. So is that the more frustrating part to you, that it's functioned at a high level like the second half of 22, and it just can't get there at this point.
Yeah, there's some of that. You know, it's I think it's, you know, what's interesting is, you know, you look at the week, the body of work during the week, and then it's not carrying over to the game completely. You know, a lot of it is, and there's parts of it that isn't, and the parts that aren't are obviously the ones that are holding us back. And so that's the frustrating part. And the guys would say they would understand that, and they see it, and we continue to show it to them. And you know, even as coaches, we take it hard because, I mean, you know, yeah, we put the game plans together, and you know, we coach them during the week, and so you know, we take it personal as well.
When you the parts that aren't carrying over,
What's
you
that?
said small parts that aren't carrying over.
I mean,
Like an example or two.
I don't know. Maybe just, you know, things like staying in your gap as if you're a defensive lineman, or you know, the protection issues we had yesterday. You know, it could be a QB read, a decision he makes, things that are you know, I mean, these are just things that you would think that the guys would know. And it's just, listen, the game goes fast, and you know, and it could be, you know, a young defensive back making eyes are in the wrong place, you know, things like that.
When you look at Trevor's deep ball interception, it looks like he gets contacted toward the end of his release, and I'm just wondering if you think that impacted the throw.
Yesterday, Max. You talking about Max?
Yeah. Trevor.
Oh, you mentioned Trevor.
No. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you said Trevor.
Matt's second interception.
The last
Deep
one?
ball, he gets hit a little bit at the end of the.
It looks like he gets bumped,
Yeah,
and the ball
not that
kind of.
impacted the throw in any way.
Well, if he did, yes, because where the ball ended up,
Yeah.
you know, because it was you know, we had a post route and a corner route, kind of a combination there, and it looked like he could have easily gotten. Even on tape, it was hard to see. You have to go back and watch a TV copy, obviously, but it definitely affected, I think, the trajectory and where the ball ended up.
Doug, what do you see from your corners, the job they did against Jefferson and Addison?
I thought the corners played really well. Really well. They, you know, to hold that group, you know, to really not a whole lot, you know, offensively, was good. They played physical. They came up, made tackles. That Buster, I mean, Darby, you see Tyson. I mean, these guys they're battling and playing really well. I think it looked like to me, you know, and really for the entire secondary, playing their best football yesterday.
It seemed like just watching yesterday, Josh had one of his more disruptive games of the year. Is that what you saw when you went back and watched it?
Yes.
What was it? I guess really these last 2 weeks, it seems like he's really turned it up. He's been solid all season, the last 2 weeks especially. What have you really seen out of him?
I think one of the things you're seeing, and this is the improvement, I think, of our whole defense, is how they continue to work during the week, right? They bought into the scheme and what their guys are teaching and coaching, and you're seeing that gradual improvement, and guys are understanding that, you know, and Josh is one of them, and you know, Trayvon's one. Obviously, those guys up front, but yeah, he's really, I think the technique, you know, trusting that and trusting himself, obviously what he sees and what he sees with the stance of the tackles, and you know, if he's playing on a tight end or whatever it might be. So yeah, he's been playing good.
Josh was telling us today about how optimistic he is that something can be made out of this season and nothing's decided. Do you know, and he said, he was speaking for the locker room when he said that. He said nobody's checked out. You know, do you share that optimism? And is this what you're stressing to the guys to stay positive? And
Yes.
just win as many games as you can.
100%. You know, I mean, I think our goals and everything is right in front of us. You know, despite despite the mistakes and the losses. Obviously, I mean, it's a crazy business, and it can change. You know, it can change for us in a hurry the other way, and get positive in a quick way. But you know, the guys haven't checked out whatsoever. They put in the time during the week, and you know, it's hard. You hurt for the guys because you just see the, you know, how much they put into it, you know, and then they're not rewarded for, you know, to have six 1-score losses, you know, 6 games. It's hard, you know. That's hard. It's hard to. Sometimes we make it hard, you know, but yet the guys, like I said, they see it, they understand it. We're all in it together, and we try to fix them and move on.
Couple more.
Back to Trevor real quick. Is there anything that can be gained for a quarterback watching from the sideline? He hasn't had many opportunities like that before.
Yeah, I tell you what, he was really engaged yesterday. Helped Mac the entire day. We had great conversations on the sideline, things that he saw. So yeah, that's something that he can definitely get a little different perspective, calmer eyes, you know, and see how the game flows.
Can that carry over to the field whenever he gets back out?
Sure. It's just it's sort of the memory, right? It's what you see, and just being able to trust certain things, you know, trust yourself, and then trust what you see defensively to make decisions throwing the ball. Yeah, that can all carry over.
How are you feeling about the progress of the 2 young tackles? You know, obviously in the starting lineup now together, the last couple.
You
weeks.
talking about Tyler and Jordan?
No, sorry, offensive tackle.
Offensive tackles,
Yeah.
with Walker and Anton. Yeah, I mean, I think both guys have been playing well. You know, there's some plays yesterday that they would like to have back, obviously. But I think for the majority of the season, they've done a nice job, and Walker's kind of settled into that spot, but both guys, they play physical, they play tough. They're both smart guys, athletic, have done a nice job.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Thanks, Doug.